Hello and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator. When we last left off, me recleaning the inside of this place. And I think I decided we started on the ceiling over here. I wanted to see if I couldn't get the rest of this done because I got 40% in one video. I imagine in that hour I can do it again. So we are gonna try and finish up, and I think for the fun of it we might try and do a couple of the bonus jobs. There are a couple that I like. We won't be doing the fountain because I had already started that. And I know I could just start it over, but the fountain is actually kind of a pain. So we're not gonna. What we're gonna do instead, it does get annoying getting stuck on the floor like that. What we're gonna do instead, and I'm gonna do that, because that seems to help. So if we do that, I will opt against the fountain. So we are at the end. I was pretty certain we wouldn't hit 50 videos, and we haven't. We are, I believe this is video 45 or something like that. I will have to actually get an accurate count, but yeah. We got that going. We got some time for me to sit down and ponder the ponderings of what am I gonna play next. We got that going. We got so many fun things going. And I know for certain I have definitively decided, regardless of what the next game is, we are doing a Halloween game. I have made that decision. If these are spaced out correctly, I will actually be able to do that. And they should be, I think. Again, I will have to go in and have a more accurate count. So I don't look like a silly person for telling you, yeah, we're gonna totally do that thing, and then we can't. And speaking of things, I have the question of the day. And the question of the day is, are you more of a cat person, or are you more of a dog person? I actually really like, as much as I really like dogs, and I do like dogs, I've never actually had a dog. I've always wanted a dog. So, purely on the merit of lack of experience, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I am a cat person. Cats are actually pretty neat. They're way clingier than a lot of people would give them, would admit to. Cats are like cats can be. I won't say they are. But they can be very clingy animals. And you would be surprised. They are absolutely the type of animal that will follow you through the house to the bathroom, and like that sound on TikTok. Behind every mentally unstable woman is a cat following her to the bathroom. Yeah, 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 they do that. And I know dogs do it too, and I think it's like, hey, you need protecting, sort of deal. I believe that's what it's supposed to be. But yeah, no, cats absolutely will cling to you, especially if you're their person. And they will choose. And you may have adopted that cat, but you may not be that cat's person. It happens with startling regularity. Uh, if you are familiar with the sound, it's Monday, that means Gandalf gets to lick a graham cracker, it's her favorite activity. Yeah, her? Yeah, the woman that has those cats, Gandalf, Natia, and Dave, Dave is not her person. Her cat, essentially. Uh, that cat belongs to her boyfriend, and he is aggressively jealous. The Dave, the cat, not the woman's boyfriend. Um, it's actually absolutely hilarious. Oh, my brother adopted a cat. My dad was his person. So much so that my dad would get annoyed because he liked to sleep on his head. Uh, and let me tell you, there is something quite. There is nothing quite like a cat deciding that your head is the perfect place to have a nap. Yeah. So you can see, while this one does a good job, it does not, it pales in comparison to the three head. And we are almost at 70% already. That is quite the thing. I think what I'm gonna try and do, because I was given a second lease, essentially, is we are going to see if we can't get an achievement. And I know I said I don't really much care for them, or care about them, rather. Uh, and I just meant that I wasn't going to go out of my way to do it, but given that I had to exit out of the game, and certain things reset, like the position of the gnomes, I'm gonna take that as a second chance. It is still early October as I am putting this up. Um, I do have to do some editing, I think, either today or tomorrow. And I'll be able to get a general feel for when these videos are going up. There we go. We'll do these pillars here. And I think I want to do the statue last, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to take care of everything down here, the floor and everything, and get the outside of the upper area. And then I'm gonna get the upper area by itself, and then come back down and do the floor. And we'll come back down, and after we do the floor, we'll do the statue. I think that's a good way to wrap it up. I think that's a perfect way to wrap it up. So speaking of Halloween games, depending on how this shakes out, like, there's going to be a Halloween game regardless, but depending on how this shakes out, I will either put up the videos, put a break for Halloween and do a video for that, or I will start the next series just after the Halloween video, which is extra hilarious if you consider the fact that Halloween this year falls on a Tuesday, and I don't upload on Tuesdays. There we go. Okay. I don't know why that mattered, but it mattered. Let's go up and get our... I just realized I am not doing what I said I was going to do. Also, I can't do that anyway. Not there anyway. I actually kind of... There we go. No, that's in the right place. We'll use that nozzle because it's faster and it gets good reach. But yeah, I don't actually upload on Tuesdays, so like the Halloween video will go up on October 30th instead. It's just a matter of what I'm going to play. I have a game called Escape the House Terror Town? I think that's what it's called. It's a really cute little game. I bought it years ago. It's genuinely absolutely adorable. You play a little ghost who's trying to scare people. And it is easily the cutest thing I have ever played. And now, let's go up. But I don't want to say that that's going to be the game that I am going to play. Primarily because I don't want to assume that that's going to be the ultimate option. I kind of want to work with the idea that I might find something else. And I would rather not limit myself to, oh yeah, definitely, we're gonna do this. There we go. I don't want to limit myself. So, the 2,000 games I have, I don't know how many of them would be suitable for a short play like that. Because I don't want to do all series, I just want to do one video. And as much as I like Haunt the House Terror, um, it can be a little fiddly to play because, like, the whole goal is you're trying to scare people out of their place, or out of your place, I guess. Um, I, am genuinely, not sure what would work better there. I feel like that's a game that might be better for streaming, honestly. Because you feel less terrible about it taking so long. Or, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. We are at 70%, and we are making good time. Which does, in fact, lead me to believe that we will be done, uh, with this in a reasonable amount of time. So this video might actually end up being a touch shorter than the rest, purely on the merit of it just not taking that much time to get through the rest of this. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. I will go through the 2,000 games and see what would be appropriate for, streaming. Or play. And speaking of streaming, I actually still want to go back to doing it. I miss it. And genuinely the reason I stopped was, I just kind of didn't have the time. I would, work, and then the days the time I could stream wasn't a good time. And, because of that, I stopped. And I miss it. Like, I didn't get many people coming in, but that's okay. The whole point here is having fun. And, but I will say, like I've said before, is I will say that it does feel a little better knowing that people are watching. It can be a little hard to get the metrics of success out of your head. There we go. We have to clean these gallery walls. We'll start from the inside. Yeah, it can be a little hard to get that little voice out of your head, and you can be doing it for your own personal reasons, regardless, and still kind of have that nagging voice that's going, you know, you're not successful, right? Like, nobody's watching. And that can be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. It gets to me from time to time, but I try not to let it. Would I love more subscribers? Sure. I don't know anybody who would sit here and tell you no to that question, you know? I don't know how many people would sit here and say, oh no, I'm good with the amount of subscribers I have. I don't. And I'm not gonna say that people can't feel fulfilled and they can't genuinely be doing it for themselves. I think it can be a little hard to separate those feelings sometimes, though. There we go. Got that going. We're gonna clean the outer ceiling now. And we're gonna keep moving. Okay. Cool. I did say that I wanted to potentially play Venba for the channel. I have access to it for the time being, and I think it might be neat to play. It would be a one-off video, though. Because it is actually a fairly short game. And I think that was on purpose, you know? Like, it's a puzzle game, but it's meant to be short, sweet, and simple. It's, it's a very pretty game. It's very pretty, it's very poignant. I'm not a third culture kid. I'm not the child of an immigrant, or a child of immigrants. So I can't really speak to a lot of what the game's message is. But I think I get it, you know? I think I do. I hope I do. I know it can't be easy, being a kid who is an immigrant, who is a child of immigrants, has all of these expectations lumped onto them, not just by their parents and their parents' culture, but by the culture, the dominant culture where they are, and their friends and all of these other things. I know that can't be easy. There we go. I think we're doing the ceiling next. And I would not presume to say otherwise. I'm not gonna... But that's a... uh-oh. Gotta be careful. There we go. That was fast. But oh, that's just texture. There are a number of other really pretty games that would be, I think, good for the channel that would also maybe be one-offs. I don't know. We'll have to see. I may do a bit of a trial and see how those go. If they go well, I will continue doing them. If not, it was an experiment, and that's okay. Gathering valuable information is not a waste of time, even if it might feel like it sometimes. Okay. There we go. You know, being able to have something in here would be nice to cover up the hole so I don't keep falling down. There probably is something and I'm just not aware of it. Or maybe there isn't anything and it happens. There we go. We keep on the ceiling. We are 75% in. We are still making decent time. I do think we can still pull this off. I think we're ultimately... I think this is just going to end up being a long video regardless. Because realistically speaking, I feel like because this is the last video, it just is gonna have to be longer. Because it doesn't make sense to come back for 5 minutes. You know? So we're just gonna call it good. We're just gonna call this one long video. And that's okay. There we go. And now we clean all this, and then we start on the gallery walls. I like the way the lights look. I think they're really neat. I think the blending of styles is actually really nice too, because it's a lot of Egyptian motifs, but it's also like Art Deco. Like the lights are very Art Deco. There are traces of an odd luminous ore everywhere. I've never seen anything like it. I have. Hang on, there's something else up here. You be careful. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. Look out! An aircraft just shot out of the volcano is headed your way? Which direction's the volcano? I don't see anything. That's probably good for now. So we'll just have to hope. The house, the car, the RV. I think that's the first house. And the, there we go. We've seen the RV, of course. Motorcycle and sidecar. The penny farthing. The dirt bike. I love that there's a little gnome in there. I don't think I ever noticed that. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's probably honestly for the best because this game is getting a little bit janky, and I think it's kind of my fault. Um, I tend to have a lot going on this computer, and it could use a break. Honestly, when I get done editing, I will probably turn the computer off and leave it alone for a little while. Then the SUV, the golf cart, the drill. There we go. There we go. We're just gonna go around instead of trying to, like, bounce between. But yeah, admittedly, I kind of treat this computer a little poorly. I need to do better about that. Um, it's convenient to be able to have it up whenever I want it to, but, like, that can't be good for the processor. It can't be good for any of it, honestly. Let's clean all that. There we go. What mural is this? The jet. There we go. The lion? Is that? Huh. I don't know if I recognize that one. I don't know what that's supposed to be. There we go. I'm trying to recognize all of these, but I don't. The fire station, plus the helicopter, the fire truck, and the station. We've got, what's this over here? What do we have? Oh, there we go. Mayor's house, and the mayor's mansion, and the boat. Oh, okay. No, that's the cat. There we go. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's... But yeah, no, that is very much the, I think, supposed to be the cat. We'll see. There we go. The race car. I don't know what that one's supposed to be. Plus the treehouse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what that one's supposed to be. But they're very obviously all jobs you've done. We are 80-odd% in, and we still have a decent amount of time left. So, we can slow down just a hair. And we can take a little more time. But yeah, there we go. I have, profoundly zero idea, what the deal with some of those are. There's nothing here. We'll do the floor up here, and then we'll do the railings. Because those still need to be done. There we go. Right. Making good strides. And we'll, see if we can't understand statue, the hand, the UFO. And this will be the last one. I love how this is all being presented to you. There we go. Playground, skate park, and the dinosaur in the playground. Oh, okay. Let's get those. I'm gonna switch to the 15. I can get off of that. We're gonna go with 15 and the stubby. Because I think that's the best option here. There we go. And it prevents us from hitting the statue too much. And yeah, I'm having a visceral auditory flashback of listening to Parable of the Sower while I was playing this last. Because that is actually what I was listening to. I think I mentioned that already, though. A couple episodes back. Yeah. I tried to get those as clean as I could from the ground. Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of Parable of the Sower, if you have not read Parable of the Sower, I do recommend it. It is a rough read, but it's a good book. Good read. I still have to read Parable of the Talents. And unfortunately, Octavia Butler died before she could finish the third book and the final, which would have been the final book in the series, which would have been, I believe, called Parable of the Trickster. And it also makes me, I know I talked about books already, but it kind of makes me want to read the not the Discworld series, though I do want to read more of the Discworld series. I've read a good chunk of it. I haven't read all of them. There we go. That's all four of those clean, and we will start cleaning the floor up here now. We're going to switch to that. Yeah, I really recommend it. I want to read, and I was saying I wanted to read not the Discworld books, because again, I've read some of them. I've read a number of them, and I do enjoy them. It's just not quite what I'm looking for at the moment. But the Earthsea cycle, I do want to finish. I read the first two definitively. I think I'd gotten to the third and hadn't gotten a chance to finish it. But I don't own the books, so that would be a library trip. Which, actually, given the propensity towards audiobooks I've had lately, they're really, really great for getting other tasks done while you take in a book. I used to listen to them a lot while I was working. I haven't heard the audiobooks for the Earthsea series. I haven't heard any of the Discworld audiobooks either, so I would love to check those out and see what those sound like. Because, unfortunately for me, the way the narrator sounds can really make or break the ability to listen to the book. Because if I can't tolerate listening to your voice, and I feel bad for saying that, but if I can't tolerate listening to your voice, I'm probably not listening to the audiobook. And it's just, like, sometimes it's a pitch issue, sometimes it's a timbre issue. Sometimes somebody's voice reminds me of someone else, and I can't tolerate that. So sometimes that's just how it goes, you know? There we go. All that floor's clean. And we'll move on to that last bit there and there. And we'll move back down stairs to the floor. There we go. So the upper area is completely finished, and now we're moving back down. And I would use the cleaner. I've feel like the cleaner would work well, but you know what? Yeah. Um, yeah, why not? Not like we're going to use any more of it. Oh, yeah. I I remember why. Cleaning large areas is going to be a nightmare with this. Yeah. Like, it's not a broad enough spray, and that's kind of the problem. There we go. You know what? Tell you what. I will clean around Sir Man of Dude. With the cleaner. Because it's probably the safest way to get around him without knocking him over. And then we'll move back to that, because that is slower than molasses in February. And I don't think I have the patience, and I don't think y'all do either. So, we're not going to. We're at 90%. Yeah, just a little bit more to do. I probably should have cleaned the floor as I was going, but I want it to, I don't know, I guess I want it to be fancy or something. I feel it's a little silly with that decision, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I cannot go back and change that, unfortunately. Would have probably made life easier, though. So, we are genuinely moving along. I think, I don't know how much more I can get done in 10 minutes. And I know I said I was going to do this as in one video, and I am. I just want to see how close I can stick to that hour. I know for the most part videos have predominantly on this channel come in under an hour. I was saying a little while ago, I think it was, that I try to stick to the 30-minute mark typically and the hour-long mark for these videos. Again, I will not be doing hour-long videos again. It's a lot. It is way, way more than I thought it was. And I know it means an hour-long video is, you know, more content, but it's also kind of a pain, because if you don't split it right, it ends up weird and wonky as far as, you know, like that time separation goes. I think, thinking about it now, I think this isn't pursuant to time, but I think I figured out what the issue with the Dragon Quest videos was. Um, I made a concerted effort to I made a concerted effort to there we go. Not fight on camera or fight as little as possible on camera. And I think forcing myself to do that meant that I had a lot of extra work to do. Um, like, I gave myself a ton of work that I didn't need to give myself. And that kind of killed the fun of it. Um, and it could also just be that I think I've gotten to a point where, for the most part, I no longer have the patience to sit and level grind for hours on end. Um, I really don't have the time or the patience for it anymore. I don't think, and I think that was part of what caused the problem. Um, so again, there will probably never be another RPG on the channel. I will maybe go back one day and finish, but I don't know. I don't want to say I will definitively go back and finish, especially because I actually did have quite a bit left to do. I still had to deal with the toggles, and which I was supposed to do off camera, and uh, I still had items to get for quests and all that sort of nonsense. There we go. And I think ultimately the deck was kind of stacked against me from the get-go. And it was a stack of my own making, perhaps. Oh, that's still kind of filthy. Don't like that. There we go. Okay. I think that's as good as we're getting for that. Oop. Didn't like that hiccup either. Again, I I think what I'm going to do with this is I'm gonna have to turn the computer off and just leave it off for a couple of days. I should be ahead of myself enough uploads wise to be able to afford to do that. And if not, like, my editing process is really minimal. I don't do a ton of edits. Partially because I don't actually know how to use the software, and I am really, really, really kind of hard-headed about that sort of thing. I could learn. I absolutely could learn, but that takes time and patience that I've got the time. I don't have the patience. And I think that might be part of the problem. I don't have the patience to do a lot of the stuff that I want to be able to do. And that comes back down to that perfectionism issue. And that's what it is, ultimately, I think. It's perfectionism. If I can't do it right the first time, why do it at all, I guess? And that's not a great way to approach anything, actually. But especially not, creative endeavors. But, I don't know. That is a terrible way to approach creative endeavors, and I have to do better about it, but I'm also a, you know, I'm that kind of person, honestly. As frustrating as it is. There we go. And now we're up to the podium. So, I know I'm terrible at following my own advice, but do yourself a favor and kind of learn to accept that mistakes happen. You're not going to be perfect at everything. I realize that, like I said, I am bad at my own advice, but I should be taking that one. Like, I should genuinely be following that advice. I don't know how this turned into therapy with Dr. Dorkanaut, but that's neither here nor there. Let's get the podium clean. Very pretty podium. Drops of water. And then we can move on to the statue proper. And yeah. We are just about done. We got 2% left. We are coming up on the hour mark. Have to be up to do that. I'm gonna make sure that I got everything. And the issue is this is considered part of the podium. That is considered part of the statue. Ooh, I think this works better here. There we go. What am I missing? Pyramidian gem. Okay, I think we have to go back outside. I think we have to go back up. Come on. Up we go. Huh. Okay. So not that. Backpack, trident, symbol. Where's the gem? That's not that. Or that. Actually, while I'm up here, let me clean the top. Because it is a pain cleaning the top of this statue. Let me tell you. Because there are nooks and crannies and crevices, and you can't always get them all. Even with your fancy high-powered cleaner. Um, like, attempting to clean between the tines of work can be a pain. Attempting to clean the helmet at certain angles is a pain. The back of the backpack. Let's get a little bit underneath here like that. Those are a pain to get to. I love how what I was talking about completely went out the window as soon as I got to the statue. There we go. Let's get around to the backpack. Yeah, see? think I think I may actually successfully be able to get down now. Let's clean the face. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so there we go. And we're gonna put the extension on, 'cause it makes life easier. I am, of course, going to have to get back up there, though. Because I'm going to have to clean the top of that. There we go. There's the symbol. That's most of the backpack. That's the backpack. Go back to the stubby. What else do we have? That's that. Switch to you, since we're up so close. Oh. I did not catch any of that. There we go. And where is the Primordian Gem? Is it? Ah, there we go. There goes that, aircraft. That'd be the aircraft that we were warned about. Oh. There we go. Oh. There goes our friends. I think we're all in the clear. Got the inside. Alright, PowerWash Surfaces, you did it. After you cleaned our ship, we went further back in time, methodically tracing your steps one job at a time, right back to the backyard cleaning days. While you doing so, we pieced together Blake Thrust's ambitions. Thrust was obsessed with the lost city of pacifists, and after discovering that their tech was powered by a rare ore, set up illegal mines here, there, and everywhere. He struck a rich seam inside Mount Rushless and used it to develop his own tech, while also hoping to create enough tectonic movement to push the lost city up to the surface. What he didn't realize, though, is that by destabilizing the volcano, he nearly caused a global apocalypse. Knowing that the underwater city lay dormant until this moment, we went back in time and told the pacifists of your legend. They agreed to convert their palace to an offshore platform to send a neutralizing beam to Mount Rushless when the city resurfaced. We dirtied the place up to ensure it would only activate once completely cleaned by a skilled power washer. Thanks to you, the timeline is now restored and we can return to our time as heroes. Heroes with red velvet cake. P.S. Please feel free to use this message as a customer review if you think it would help your business. And that is PowerWash Simulator. I have been Dorkanaut. And as a reminder of the question of the day, are you more of a cat person or a dog person? And adding a bonus on there, how do you feel about red velvet cake? If you enjoyed this video, or any of the videos in the series, or any of the videos I've ever done, please consider leaving a like here, leaving a subscription to the channel, which means that it gets pushed out to other folks, and consider hitting the notification bell so you know when I upload, even if it is really regular. As a reminder, I will also be taking a week off between this and the next game, as a means of being able to give myself a little bit of time to record the next game, whatever it happens to be. But, yeah. Come see me again sometime, won't you? And let's watch this. Make it all shine. If I'm Bye. And thanks for coming.